I had seniors on my team. I mean, almost my whole team was seniors when we came in. When I came in as a freshman, would have been the last time with Kendall Gill, Marcus Liberty, Steve Bardo. So that was a senior laden team, older guys on the team, and that's not the same this year. I mean, Io as a junior was considered old simply because he had played, as many minutes as he did as his freshman year. Same thing with
Yeah.
Kofi. Kofi is a sophomore, but he had played huge minutes his freshman year that I think it just confused him. People forgot that he was a sophomore and Georgie was a junior because of the minutes that they played. So if you had to pick one thing out of, hey, this is what you got to do to be successful in the Big Ten that you got from those guys, what would that one thing be?
Definitely defense. Defense is a huge part of it. That's how you really stay on the floor. Uh, and when you're younger, you can accept a role. So accepting a role and then being a knockdown shooter. That's what you got. It's really about being a consistent knockdown shooter and being able to be trusted with the ball and the decisions you make. I think a lot of times it was my defense holding me back to getting some minutes and confidence with my shooting. But next year it's going to be a lot better as far as defense, running the floor, blocking shots, guarding multiple positions. That's another huge thing. And yeah, being a consistent shooter.
When I first had an opportunity to meet you, of course, and then I went back and I did my own homework afterwards, and I would talk to various people, and they'd be like, "Yeah, we don't know much about Coleman Hawkins." I was like, first of all, they robbed you on that whole 3-star crap. This is why, as a coach, I'm like, what is wrong with these people when I was coaching, and now as a journalist, that covers sports, I'm like, what are these people looking at? Your
Yeah.
skill level, man, there's not very many people or players at your size and your position. I mean, literally, in my opinion, and you tell me if I'm wrong, I think you could play 4 positions on the court.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And I've talked to Coach Underwood, and he's told me, he's regretted not playing me 2 through 5 and giving me that 5 position because nobody in the Big Ten has a man, maybe EJ Liddell, but EJ Liddell's 6'7", that can pick and pop and hit the three and then facilitate and do things like that, you know?
So do
So,
you think that'll be a little bit of your role this year?
yeah, for sure, especially, with coaching changes. And I think Coach Underwood is going to have a much different offense, but I think Coach Underwood is going to have a more demanding offense because last year he gave the coaching staff his trust and he didn't really demand what he wanted on offense. It was more of the assistant coaches. And I think it will be more of what he wants this year and how he wants his offense run, especially with the new coaching staff coming in.
Yeah, I agree with that, and I'm looking forward to seeing him. And I've been on record of telling people last year's team was really good. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
and I enjoyed watching you guys. I enjoyed covering every minute of basically every game you guys played. I enjoyed watching your growth. Now, and I've told people, I believe, and I don't know for sure, that Kofi's coming back. Kofi comes back, I believe you are 1 or 2 in the Big Ten next year. That's
Mm-hmm.
how good I think this team could be. Kofi doesn't come back, I still think you're the top 6 or 7 in the Big Ten. I mean, that's how good I think and well-rounded and deep this team is. And with the addition of the freshmen that have come in, they're on campus now, right? The
Yeah.
guys that are in here and on campus, the transfers I thought are huge. Had an opportunity to sit and talk to Omar Payne a little while back. I still love the pieces of this team. So when you look forward, what do you see this team doing? What do you see this team becoming with and
I,
without Kobe?
I see this team really having to be kind of like I don't want to say Baylor, but I give Baylor their respect and credit. I see this team as, kind of like 4 guards, 1 big, and being able to everyone guarding multiple positions, being able to switch on anyone, being able to just sit down and guard, and then on offense just being able to go and just score the ball and and just shoot threes, knock down threes, all that. Similar to Baylor. Baylor, they did it to us. They guarded, they picked up, they guard half court. You know, you're running your offense at half court, and then they come down and anyone 1 through 5 can just score the ball. And I think that's what this year's team is going to be like, kind of like I said, 4 guards, 1 big, and just, you know, go at teams, you know?
Yeah, I'm going to throw out, you know, when Kofi's on the floor, that's one thing, but when he's not on the floor, the team you just described sounds like the Flying Illini team. You know, you got 5 guys that can play multiple positions out there on the floor that can defend and be able to step out and knock down shots. That sounds very similar. And play fast, because I know Coach Underwood likes that scoring in under 7 seconds. You know, so you're going to be able to get out and run. And with the guards that you have, including, of course, with Carvello and his speed and Trent and his speed on the ball, man, you guys are going to be flying.
Yeah, for sure.
So I go back and I look at this, all right, and this is something that just crossed my mind. I heard that KD, Kevin Durant, is your favorite player.
Yeah.
Is that right? Did I hear that correctly?
Mm-hmm.
So if you had to look at his game and your game, how similar are they? What do you feel you need to continue to work on in order to get to that level? Or that type of player. I won't say that level. He's a Hall of Famer, so I'm not going to put that pressure on you. Don't put that pressure on you. But what do you have to do to continue to grow in order to reach, you know, that level or try to get to that level?
Shoot, it's tough because he's, to me, the greatest in the world right now. But I think really that pull-up jump shot, you know, it's different when you can hit stationary, but then when you add in a pull-up jump shot off your crossover, off full speed in transition, you give one little crossover and then raise up, hit the 3 over any defender, things like that, especially, you know, heavily contested shots. With your team could trust you with the ball to hit contested shots, heavily contested shots, being able to make moves on smaller guys who can get into you. Like I see PJ Tucker all over Kevin Durant. He's still going at him, you know, having that long shift crossover. I think really everything offensively, everything as far as dribble pull up, getting that shifty crossover. And like I said, heavily contested jump shots, being able to hit those tough shots, turn around fadeaways. If I got a smaller defender on me, I can catch it in the post, look over the top, and just hit that jumper right over the top of smaller defenders. So really everything offensively is just some things I need to work on to even come close to his game. But his game is just unguardable, really. I love Kevin Durant's game. It's just unguardable.